Hey there, if you own a Fluke 117, there are a few hidden features you should know about.
So there are series of hidden power-up features. When your meter is in off mode, switch it to any of the other function. While you turn it on, press these function keys. So we'll first press hold while I switch it to volt, or you can do it auto volt, any function. So when you switch it on, also press hold. So this displays everything your meter can do. So right now it is showing me my bar graph over here. I have my digital readings. It's giving me my volt alert display. I have my diode measurements. It's giving me that whenever I have low Z turn on, this will display low Z, my max, minimum, average, my microfarads, millivolt. So this will give you an indication of what your meter is capable of. And as soon as you leave this and you go back to off state, this goes away. So it doesn't save the setting. So the second feature of this meter is when you turn this meter to any of those settings and you press minimum, max, there is this beeper which you can hear, right? If you want to turn this beeper off, go back to off, and while you switch it to any other function, press minimum, max. And then it will display beep, and when you leave it, the beeper goes away. So as soon as you are working and you have not gone back to off state or the meter doesn't go to sleep mode, you will have the beeper turned off. But as soon as you go back to off state and now you switch it back, the beeper comes back. And the third hidden feature, when I take this to capacitance mode, press this yellow function on, I'm measuring on nanofarads. I can switch the range between microfarad and nanofarad. What if I want to do a low impedance capacitance measurement? In that case, I'll go back to off state and then switching back to my volt or any other function, I'll press range. So switch to volt, and while you do that, press range. It shows low impedance capacitance measurement. And next time you go to your capacitance measurement, turn this yellow function on and you will have low Z. That means now you have effectively introduced a low impedance to the input while you're doing capacitance measurement. The fifth hidden feature you have, typically when you leave the meter on, there is a sleep mode on it. So if you're not using the meter, it will turn off after a certain period of time. If you want to turn that off and you don't want the meter to go to sleep mode, you can go back to off state, and while you switch to any other function, press this yellow function here. So I go here and press this, it displays, so let's see this again. It displays POFF, which means the battery saver mode or the sleep mode is now off. So now my display will never turn off until I go back to off state. And this setting is not saved. It only remains in this session, and as soon as I go back to off state, this setting will be removed. Last and the fifth hidden feature of this meter, when I switch it to any mode, and let's say there is not enough light, and I turn on the backlight on, this remains on for 40 seconds. So if I want to switch that off and I want to disable auto backlight off, what I can do is go back to off state here, and while you switch to volts, press the backlight option. And it displays LOFF, which means now the auto backlight is off, and now when you switch it on, it doesn't go away in 40 seconds, but you will lose on battery.